It is October 15th. Thank you for joining us on the Vinyl Hustle. Last Saturday, we had an artist in the shop hanging out and looking around. Her name was Lainey Wilson, the next big country superstar. She's got a new album out called Sayin What I'm Thinkin. You might have heard the songs out on the airwaves. Anyway, she signed that album for the charity autograph series, and Branda's going to tell you about that. After that, we've got staff picks. Nick's going to tell you about some records we got in from Pelagic Records, and I picked out some Novelty records with a Halloween theme. Then we'll end the show with the bargain pick of the week, which is the best of the spinners. First, I want to tell you about a new release we got. It's the Halloween Kills soundtrack by John Carpenter. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited for the second installment in the new Halloween trilogy, Halloween Kills. And we have the soundtrack here. It's on orange vinyl. And I've been getting pumped for the movie, listening to the two singles that came out. This one you're hearing right in the background is called Rampage. It unfurls with skittering percussion and creepy synths that evoke the anxiousness and dread that Carpenter's classic horror scores convey. In fact, most of the songs on the soundtrack have that theme. The other single, the first single that came out was called Unkillable. John Carpenter crafted the soundtrack alongside his son Cody Carpenter and guitarist Daniel Davies. Come on down and get your copy here at Music Record Shop 3116 Locust.
Time once again for the charity autograph series, and this week we have Lainey Wilson with her album Sayin What I'm Thinkin. Lainey Wilson is one of Nashville's most buzzed about newcomers, thanks to an awesome live show, not to mention her memorable storytelling through her prolific songwriting. Sayin What I'm Thinkin is full of unapologetic honesty and descriptive lyrics with influences from Hank Williams, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Buck Owens. A true country album, Wilson describes her music as bell-bottom country. Country with a flair, she explains, fresh but also familiar. Each song has vivid country storytelling blended with a strong female character. After her concert here in St. Louis, Lainey was gracious enough to stop by the shop and sign some copies of her album, Sayin What I'm Thinkin. And you can pick one up at Music Record Shop at 3116 Locust Street in St. Louis or online at musicrecordshop.com. Lainey Wilson, Sayin What I'm Thinkin, this week's charity autograph series.
I can't lie to you, 'cause I can't lie to me. So don't ask if you don't want total honesty. I've been driving, I've been crying, but I swear I ain't been drinking. Even I can't believe I'm saying what I'm thinking.
Hey guys and gals, Nick again, coming back at you this time with a Pelagic Records video. So all these artists are either part of the Pelagic family or distributed through them, and they're all top-notch acts. The first one, I don't remember if I've talked about this in other videos, but even if I have, it's worth mentioning again. Erebroth, Norwegian Gothic, very awesome album. They do a little bit of it's almost like it sounds. So there are some metal moments, there are some goth rock moments. You're just gonna have to check it out. Like, the album work is awesome. Highly suggested. Fun to listen to. I mean, there's even, I feel like there's a little bit of punk in there. So I mean, yeah, if you like any of those listed genres, come check this guy out. Next up, we have Brickville and their album Kel. These guys are instrumental, kind of doomy, kind of sludgy, very, very much hidden. So what I mean by that is, you know, they wear the cloaks and cover their faces. So I would imagine seeing these guys live would be really awesome. Looking forward to seeing what these guys do in the future. This is, I think it's their probably the second or third album, if I had to guess. But I really dig this, and I think you will as well. Next, I have Bear and their album Propaganda. This album, very hardcore, kind of melodic metal, so a little mixture of everything. If you pay attention, it is playing in the background. But yeah, I mean, really good mixture of sounds on this guy, and I think you guys would dig it. So I brought it in. It's here at the shop. Come on and check it out. Next up, we have Earthship. These guys are awesome. Came across them within the last month or two. Very much a sludgy kind of stoner rock metal kind of sound. So I liken them to Mastodon and stuff like that. But on here it says for fans of Torch, Weed Eater, Caveller Attack, probably said that wrong, and Monolord. Don't get me wrong, I love Caveller Attack. Anyway, Earthship, this is their Resonant Sun album, and yeah, I love this. We listened to this, actually we listened to most of these on Saturday and couldn't get enough of them. I wanted to keep going with throughout their discography, which I'll do over time. We have that album for you. And last but not least, probably my favorite one that we brought in recently is Psychonaut album. Psychonaut Unfold the God Man is the album title. These guys are for fans of Mastodon, Russian Circles, Tool, and Gojira. But honestly, if you like the band The Ocean, the creators of Pelagic Records, you're definitely going to dig these guys. They have a very similar sound, and I heard maybe 2 seconds of one song and I immediately bought this album. So if that says anything, and I hope it does, that's how good this is. So check it out. They're on Spotify. I think you'll like it. Psychonaut, Unfold the God Man. Thanks.
Alright, for all you Halloween heads out there like me, I found some records in the novelty section that will give you a fright. This first one is Casting the Rune. If you don't know, that's a old ghost story, first published in 1911 by Mr. M.R. James in his second book, More Ghost Stories. I wonder what the first book was called. In this story, a researcher for the British Museum starts to get into some alchemy and occultist stuff, and then some curses happen and crazy things ensue. But this one's a really great version to listen to. Music by the Bleak December Players, and it's read by Mr. David Warner. Came out way back in 2018. Next, I've got the chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. It's put out by the Disneyland label way back in the day. It's mostly just sound effects and that kind of thing. But it's really, really kind of fun to listen to, and even for all ages. This orange version's in really good shape. That white one, not so much. It's only $1. Probably be a good wall hanger or something. This next one is the blood-curdling terror horror sounds to make you shiver. Came out in 1974, and it is also just a bunch of sound effects and stuff like that. Come check them out at Music Record Shop in Midtown St. Louis. Next, I'd like to tell you about Reanimation Mixed Media Artworks. It's an art show we're going to be doing with artist J.B. Nearsey here at the Music Record Shop. We're going to turn the shop into an art gallery. Here at 3116 Locust, the music by Eugene and Gladys with refreshments available. Come check us out. It's going to be from 4 to 8 p.m. on October 23rd. Again, artist J.B. Nearsey will be featuring his stuff at Music Record Shop. Thanks so much for sticking with us to the bargain pick of the week, and we got a good one for you. This episode, it's the best of the Spinners I found for $1. Came in the shop all beat up, and I realized, man, this thing has a ton of great songs. If you don't know, the Spinners were a great R&B group that had a string of hits in the 1960s and 70s. Started out as Billy Henderson, Henry Farnborough, Purvis Jackson, and C.P. Spencer and James Edwards. They all started a band in Ferndale, Michigan, actually called the Domingos. After that, C.P. Spencer was replaced by George Dixon and James Edwards by Bobby Smith, who sang on most of their Atlantic hits, including the first song on this album. It's called I'll Be Around. It was their first top 10 hit. In fact, it was actually the B-side on their first Atlantic single, How Could I Let You Get Away? I believe that one is on this album too. Yeah, that's just the next one. And it's kind of funny because that was supposed to be the hit song, but instead the B-side got much more popular and was actually number 3 on the Billboard Top 100, while How Could I Let You Get Away was number 77. The Spinners hit the top 10 twice in the next 2 years with the Smith and Jackson-led They Just Can't Stop It and the Wynn-led The Rubber Band Man. That is the last song on this album, and that's the one I want to leave you with. One of my favorites from the Spinners. Come on in and dig through our dollar crates. You never know what you're going to find. Thanks to all of you for listening. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. Visit us down at Music Record Shop, Midtown St. Louis. We'll see you next time.